What if I told you it wasn't power that drove Light to madness, but a single sentence spoken by Ryuk? Many people have missed this, and for us to understand, we have to look at all the pieces. Immediately upon finding the notebook, the conflict begins and his morals are put to the test. If this notebook is real, should he test it? But if it works, would that make him a murderer? As you all know, he ends up killing a criminal on TV. It was this decision that would forever change the course of his life and later bring Light to a shocking revelation. From here, his perception of the world began to shift. He started judging people and considering the value that they brought to the world. And eventually, he killed again. Although it was to protect an innocent woman, this is when Light's reality was put into question. The power of the Death Note was without a doubt real. At first, he felt guilty. But then, like all criminals, he begins to cover that guilt with justification. You see, in this moment, Light created a lie. To cope with the guilt of murder, he tricked himself into believing that he was the only one that could have done it. After all, there couldn't possibly be anyone else that would be so eager to sacrifice themselves for the greater good. He dove deeper and deeper into this lie as he wrote hundreds of names into the book. From his perception, he was just cleansing the world. This is when Ryuk enters the picture, and we can see the true genius behind the series' psychology. Ryuk says the words that turns Light's lie into a permanent reality.
Be warned, any human who's used a Death Note can neither go to heaven nor hell for eternity. That's all.
Take a second to think about this. Light used the notebook without this knowledge. He knew there would be consequences, but he had no idea what those consequences were. Most of us would even assume at worst we'd be taken to hell. But instead, he now gets nothingness. The moment he killed his first victim, his soul was lost. There would be no takebacks, no second chances. The life he's living right now is his final act. What would you do in this situation? Really think about this. If heaven or hell no longer was an option, there's really only one clear choice. Leave the biggest impact on the planet you can before you die. If your soul no longer has a future, at least the history you make will.
And I will become the god of this new world.